Hello everybody, it's Stephanie Rose 88. I was just gonna make a quick video. I I've been thinking a lot about what it means to be hated for Christ because I've been having a lot of experiences with that lately. Um, Most of my friends that I had are not Christians. They're not believers. They have a very different worldview than I do. Even on the internet, I joined a pregnancy forum, like a mommy forum, when I got pregnant with our older daughter, Noemi. So this was a few years ago, almost 3 years ago, and I had been on there for a while, and I really enjoyed it. But it ended up that I had to end up leaving because there's a hotspot topic area, and I was always the only one who was against abortion, and who expressed my faith, and that was not taken well at all. And it ended up seeping into other parts of the forum where people just were not very kind to me, and no matter what I said, it was all taken as completely out of context, and my words were twisted around. It didn't matter how kind or how it didn't matter what I said. Just whatever I said, if it was against what they believed, it was horrible. And I was really getting down about it, and I was actually pretty upset because I'm a pretty sensitive person, and it's hard for me to be excluded and to be treated badly by people, even people that I don't even know in real life. It still hurts, and it's very hard for me to deal with that kind of stuff. So I've been having a hard time with that, and I've been asking the Lord to help me to 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 not be so emotionally hurt by other people when they're angry with me because of my faith. It's been happening more and more. I have a core group of family and a few friends that don't believe what I believe, but they've always been like respectful about it. But there's a lot of people who are not respectful at all, and who really just will jump down my throat and get so angry, and it's completely like out of proportion to what I said. So I know that it's the enemy just hating things of God. And Christ said that those who follow him will be hated because the world hated him, so it's going to hate us too. He says that it's a narrow way, and sometimes I wish that it wasn't the case. I wish that people could be kind and respectful towards me even if they disagree with me, but it's often not the case. And it hurts, it does hurt. So I'm just trying to cope with that. I recently got in touch with a friend of mine that I haven't spoken to since I was very, very young. Well, the last time I saw her, I was in 8th grade, but we've been friends since kindergarten. So I lost contact with her, and I recently found her again. And I'm very, very happy to have found her, but I'm a bit nervous because I don't know how she's going to feel about my beliefs, and I'm kind of scared that she's not going to be too accepting of it. But at the same time, I'm praying that that won't be the case, and maybe that the Lord um, will even, touch her heart because of the changes that I've made in my life, and because of my faith being lived out. So sometimes I have to accept that people aren't going to like me because of my faith and because of my beliefs. I seem to always get into like these, not arguments, but debates, I guess, about abortion, and because I'm pretty public about my feelings about that, and about other things. But anyway, I'm always seeming to get into these situations that I didn't really mean to get into. And sometimes they're positive and constructive, sometimes not so much. So I'm just learning how to cope with that. And even within the faith community, there's so many different people that are believers with so many different beliefs. And especially like politically, for example, I think it's not good that there's so much division in the body of Christ over politics. So, like, say someone is really liberal and someone's really conservative, and then they butt heads on these things. And it seems to me like sometimes people put their political party over the Bible and over God and over faith. Jesus was not a Democrat. Jesus was not a Republican. Jesus was not, in the Green Party. People tend to believe that Christ would agree with them on their politics when they don't really have firm grounding for that. And it causes a lot of division, and it hurts me sometimes, because I've had situations like that too within the body of believers where I've been ridiculed or excluded because my political beliefs differed on some things, not everything, but some things, and that hurts too. So I don't really know what this video is about. I guess it's just me trying to process what it is to be hated because of Christ and excluded, mostly with non-believers in the world, but also even within the community of believers. So it's hard to do, but I know that the Lord is with me, and other Christians have sacrificed far more than I ever have. Christians in Muslim countries, for example, that lose their families, their jobs, their wives even. So to be made fun of a bit is a pretty small price to pay. God bless everybody.